Welcome into the Commanders Report. I am your host, Jack Sperry, and today we haven't done a buy, sell, or hold segment on this show for a little bit. So today we're going to be taking Steelers hot takes here, and I'm going to tell you whether to buy, sell, or hold stock in that hot take. Joey Peterson, our producer, has come up with some nice questions here. And also, he is the host of our Ravens channel. So like the video here, if you want to beat Joey's Ravens on Sunday, all right? He is very excited for this matchup. I am as well. We're going to see him on screen here in just a second. But if you want to beat Joey Peterson's Baltimore Ravens here in Week 6, and you want to show him who's boss here, let's rack up the likes here. And let's beat any one of his videos in likes this week, all right? Because the Commanders are on top. All right, Joey, I haven't seen these scenarios, by the way, so Joey, take it away.
Number one, Jayden Daniels is already a top 10 NFL QB.
So this is an interesting one, man, because, you know, the way I kind of do my quarterback rankings is like, what if I have one game for this quarterback to be my quarterback on an NFL team, which guy am I taking? And, you know, based on what we've seen from Jayden Daniels to start this campaign, I don't know if there are 10 names that I would put ahead of Jayden Daniels at this point in time because he can just do so much, man. He's got a great arm. He's got great intelligence in the pocket. He's got really good pocket feel, so he knows when to get out and use his legs. And then when he uses his legs, he's obviously dynamic. He's super accurate. He's accurate on the run. Like, this guy already has the skill set of a superstar quarterback. So I'm going to say buy stock that Jayden Daniels is already a top 10 NFL quarterback because it's just like he's already got one of the most complete, if not the most complete skill set physically of any QB in the game. And then you look at what he's doing, dicing up the middle of the field with the completion percentage stuff, being as efficient as he's being. Like, he's combining that physical prowess with mental prowess as well and nuance in the position that you just don't see every day. So I already think he's established himself as a star quarterback in this league, and I think he's definitely in that top 10 range as we sit here just 5 weeks into his NFL career, which is crazy to say. So let me know, true or false, down there in the comments section. Jayden Daniels is already a top 10 NFL QB. Type T if you think true, or type F if you think false. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show, so YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. When that happens, take advantage of that time by let me know, true or false.
On to the coaching staff. Kliff Kingsbury will be hired as an NFL head coach next offseason.
So this is an interesting one here, Joey, because I think if the season ends today, I think he's the head coach of the Chicago Bears. And, you know, if the Bears miss the playoffs this year, which is certainly a possibility, I think there's a chance that they fire their current head coach, Matt Eberflus, and they try to get an offensive mind that can connect with their number one overall draft pick in Caleb Williams. And who else better than that than the guy that has completely allowed the number 2 overall pick in that same draft in Jayden Daniels to flourish in Washington. So I certainly think Kliff Kingsbury is a name to be watching out for the Chicago Bears head coaching position. But I'm going to say hold on this one for now because we have seen Kliff Kingsbury get out to fast starts. If you remember a couple of years back with the Arizona Cardinals, Kliff Kingsbury, Kyler Murray, and the Cardinals offense was the best offense in football for the first half of the season. And then obviously Kyler Murray gets hurt and has injury stuff for the rest of the season. But then everything crumbles to the ground. And you look at Kliff's record as an offensive play caller in the second half of seasons, it's terrible, all right? And the reason why that is because he traditionally hasn't been very good at making adjustments to his scheme, either mid-game or mid-season. So hopefully now things are a little bit different now that he has Jayden Daniels, now that he's just an offensive coordinator instead of a head coach. He's got less on his plate to deal with offensively. So I'm going to say hold on this one, but definitely liking what I'm seeing so far.
The Commanders' defense is just fine as currently constructed.
This one's easy for me, Joey. I'm going to go sell on this one. Listen, man, the defense has actually played a lot better as of late, right? Obviously, you know, pass rush has certainly helped things out. And, you know, I think that the offensive lines for both Arizona and Cleveland have been terrible this season. So, you know, maybe that 11 sack number these last 2 weeks is a little bit inflated. But I do think that the Commanders are doing more creative stuff up front. With the NASCAR packages and the stunts and games and, you know, blitzing linebackers and doing lots of fun, creative stuff to get pressure on the quarterback. And, you know, I think that, but here's the deal. The secondary still stinks, all right? So if you go up against a good offensive line that can handle those stunts and games and handle the pass rush of the Commanders, I still think that this secondary, particularly the cornerback room, can give up quite a bit of points, just like they did in Week 1 versus Tampa Bay when they gave up 37 points against a good offense in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I think that they probably need to make a move at corner. And if you can do that and you get a really good corner like a J.C. Horn or a Marshawn Lattimore or somebody else, I think that, you can certainly buy stock in this Commanders defense again. But until they do that, and they currently have this cornerback room as currently constructed, right now I'm selling stock on the fact that the Commanders defense is just peachy. All right, so coming up here on the Commanders Report, more hot takes to break down here, buy, sell, or hold style. But before we get into the rest of today's show, let's have a word from our sponsor here at Prize Picks, which is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. And unlike other apps, on Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesday, where each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide for even more value for your lineups. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. That is, if you know ball, which players are going off, which ones aren't. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long with our friends at Prize Picks. Let's take a look at my Prize Picks projection for this weekend's matchup between the Commanders and Ravens. I'm taking the more on Jayden Daniels passing yards because of course I am. I'm going to take the less on Derrick Henry rushing yards. I mean, I'm a little bit skeptical on that one, but hey, man, go Commanders. And I'm going to take the more on Terry McLaurin receiving yards. Think he's going to have a good day against Marlon Humphrey in this football game. So you guys can get your projections in now when you download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS and get $50 instantly when you just play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game.
On to the money. Terry McLaurin will get another big contract with Washington.
So this one's interesting, man, because, Terry McLaurin, he's getting up there in age. Next year, he's going to be 30 years old. Usually wide receivers, when they have 1 year left on their current contract, they want to get that extension done because they don't want to be playing on just a 1-year deal. So I think that this is a potential issue for the Washington Commanders next offseason. They do have cap space to be able to make this deal happen with Terry if they want, but I'm going to say hold here. Now, I have a pretty good feeling that this is going to end up being a buy, and I think that they're going to end up making some sort of deal happen with Scary Terry. But right now, the wide receiver market is completely inflated, and right now you might be looking at paying him $27+ million per season on his next contract, even though he's reaching 30 years old. And, with the Washington Commanders team that's trying to get younger, trying to rebuild, I think that he's really going to have a good season this year and really prove that he is worth that kind of contract with Jayden Daniels throwing him the football. To this point, I would say he hasn't earned that contract, but as the season goes on, he gets more comfortable and he gets more chemistry with JD. I think he's going to be just fine. I think at the end of the day, he's going to be the most productive receiver on this Commanders offense, and I think at the end of the day, he'll be remaining in burgundy and gold for the next several years.
We talked Kliff already. Let's talk Joe Whitt Jr. Joe Whitt Jr. will be hired as an NFL head coach next offseason.
So you know what, man? I'm actually going to buy stock in this one because I'm a big fan of Joe Whitt Jr. I love the way he talks. I love his mentality to the position and to football in general. He is a football guy's guy. If you listen to him speak, man, you just run through a wall through this guy, man. Like this guy, I've said guy like a million times here, Joey, but goodness gracious. I mean, this guy, I just did it again. But Joe Whitt Jr. is just such a great defensive mind. He has proven himself here in Washington with the way he's already made adjustments this season. I think it's going to get only better this year. And if I'm an NFL team looking for a new head coach, I want somebody that can inspire the troops. I'm looking for somebody that can provide expertise on his side of the football. And Joe Whitt Jr. Definitely does that for me. He reminds me a little bit of how, like Mike Tomlin, for example, the Pittsburgh Steelers talks to the media and talks about his guys and talks and all these different things. So I love Joe Whitt Jr., man. If the Washington Commanders defense is even league average this year, let alone top 10, I think that NFL teams should be considering him for head coaching positions. So before we get into the rest of today's hot takes, make sure you guys click that subscribe button already because I really do appreciate everybody that joins our family here. We just passed 20,000 subscribers here at the Commanders Report. And the reason why we're growing so much and we're currently the fastest growing Commanders channel right here on the YouTube platform is because we got daily videos for you guys, in-depth coverage, and also weekly live shows every Wednesday and then every Commanders game day. It's all 100% free. So if you want free, in-depth Commanders coverage every single day here on YouTube, this is going to be the place for you. Make sure you click that subscribe button right now.
Buy, sell, or hold. The Commanders will win the NFC East this season.
This one is easy for me, Joey. I am buying stock in the Washington Commanders to win the NFC East here in 2024. They already have a nice little get off, if you will, to the season. Now, the Dallas Cowboys are right behind the Commanders at 3-2 after beating the Steelers last week on Sunday Night Football. But I think we've all seen that Cowboys team play this year. A lot of close games. Lots of turnovers. The run defense hasn't been very good. The Commanders are high flying. The Commanders defense, I think, is good enough to beat up on bad offenses. And I think the offense is good enough to score 30 on any defense in the National Football League. So Washington is a very dangerous team right now. I don't think Jayden Daniels is going to necessarily keep up the pace he's had to start his career, but he's definitely not going to slow down that much either. So I think this is a double-digit win football team. They're the best team in the division. I think they're going to be walking away division champs this season.
Let's forget the division.
All right.
Forget the NFC East. The Commanders are legit title contenders this year.
So listen, man, if they beat the Baltimore Ravens, they beat your Ravens this weekend, Joey, I have to probably answer this question with a yes. But for now, I'm going to say hold, okay, when I'm leading sell. And the reason why I'm saying that is not because I think the Commanders are a bad football team. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's the first year of a new regime. And usually when you look at the stats of teams that make the playoffs in the first year or the first time making it to the playoffs in a new coaching regime, let alone a rookie quarterback has never won a Super Bowl in the National Football League. I think they're going to be a team that's certainly good enough as a football squad to win a championship. But when you look at the trends in NFL history, rookie quarterbacks never win Super Bowls. First-year head coaches with a new team never win Super Bowls. Like, it's just a very rare thing, all right? So, like, even though I think the Commanders are a team that's going to be in the title contention bubble here for a very long time after this season, I think this year it's going to be a very successful regular season. They may even win a playoff game or two. They might go on a little bit of a run. But in terms of really competing to hoist the Lombardi Trophy this year, right now I think that the trends in NFL history are not on the Washington Commanders side. However, I will say Jayden Daniels has certainly proven to be different from the rest of the rookie quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. Perhaps he shows himself to be a little bit different as well when it comes to the postseason. So what say you guys? Let me know down there in the comments section. What is the percent chance that the Washington Commanders are hoisting a Lombardi Trophy in New Orleans in February? Let me know down there in the comments section. Put it on a scale of 0, meaning no chance they win the Super Bowl this year, to 100, meaning they're definitely winning the Super Bowl. For me personally, I'll give them a 2-3% shot. I think that's more than fair, and that's a lot better than what the Commanders have been at here in recent memory. And then I think in future years, that number can be expected to rise up to 15, 20, 25% even, depending on how good this roster can be built by GM Adam Peters. So I think that this team definitely on the right track. They're going to be in that Super Bowl bubble for a long time after this season. But because of the NFL trends, I do think it's still a relatively low chance that they take it home this year. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already for more Commanders news and rumors coverage all throughout the 2024 season. I appreciate all of your guys' support, and until next time, go raise some hail.